What is up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Miami Freedom Park. This is a massive $1 billion development right next to Miami International Airport. You guys can already hear the airplane super close to the airport, so we're not able to get any aerials of the construction progress, but I found several vantage points that'll give us a really great view of the construction site, which is massive, so we're gonna have to go all around the perimeter. But for now, we're standing on the parking garage of the Sheraton Hotel, just across from Miami International Airport, to give you guys a great view of the 25,000 seat stadium currently under construction here. This will be the new home to Inter Miami. It is, of course, a venture by David Beckham, the Moss brothers. And what you're looking at right now is part of the actual stadium. There's going to be several buildings and structures along Miami Freedom Park. If we just zoom out a little bit, we can see all of this is construction. And we're even seeing some more over there, which is blocked by the tree, but don't worry, we'll go around and give you guys great views. So what's interesting about this stadium is the fact that they're expected to be completed by the end of this year, 2025, which is why I hurried to make a video, because maybe we'll have another update later this year when it's completed or about to be completed. But for now, the goal is 2025, with Inter Miami starting their season next year at this very stadium. So this stadium that you're seeing right now, which doesn't look like much, is where they will be playing next year. Okay, we were just standing over there. This tree was blocking a lot of the view, so I moved over to the right, and we can already see the concrete that they've formed for the stairs. So it wraps all the way around. Again, this is going to be an oval shaped stadium. They've already got the pillars for the rest of it over here. You guys can see it right there in the foreground. We've got the other side of the stadium over here where there's going to be obviously more seating. We've got the other side over there that's already pretty much taking its shape. I'm literally making a video about this when this just got reported by the Miami Herald. It says, city says Miami Freedom Park is on notice for unpaid $12.5 million owed for Inter Miami Stadium deal. That's very Miami. It's a bit of a weird view, but we are inside of the hotel on the 5th floor. I want to give you guys a higher up vantage point of the stadium, since again, we can't fly drones near the airport. Okay, so we are now on the 8th floor. From here, you can definitely see the stadium's oval shape. You can see down there is what we were talking about from the garage. More pillars for the continuation of the stadium, as well as on the other side there. You can also see just how large Miami Freedom Park will be. It's gonna have the largest public park in all of Miami. Hotels, shops, restaurants. So we got the stadium on the bottom left. The public park will be way off in the distance behind that. The entertainment district will be somewhere along the middle, close by to the stadium. There's gonna be some soccer fields over on the right side of this image towards the top. I believe that may be for practice. And then you've got some hotels that will line the canal, as well as office space over on the very far right. All right, it's a bit noisy because I'm right next to the street. The airport's on the other side, and I'm on the narrowest sidewalk, so the cars are literally just driving right by me. But here's a different vantage point. I want to show you where we were at that elevated position, right along the top floor of the Sheraton Hotel right there. So on the north side of Miami Freedom Park. The stadium is right here, and these are the trailers that all the workers are hanging out there, the managers, everybody that is involved in this job. So those are for them. There's going to be a hotel, according to the renders, right over here with a pool on a terrace. And then on the other side of the hotel, just next to it, is where the Miami administration building is going to be. That's where it broke ground a couple days ago. So despite this being a 131-acre development, the park that was always here, Grapeland Park, is going to stay. They're not knocking it down, along with the baseball fields that you see over there. That's going to stay. There's also a water park that is also going to stay. So this park will remain. The major development would just be on the other side, on both sides, the west side and the north side over there. Okay, so I showed you guys the stadium, which is going to have, again, 25,000 seats. Let's talk about the rest of the Miami Freedom Park development. So in addition to the stadium, which will not only host Inter Miami games, but can also host concerts, special events, there's also going to be the largest public park in Miami. Clocking in at 58 acres, it is also expected to be completed at the end of this year, along with the stadium. There's also the nearly 400,000 square foot, 8-story Miami administration building, that's going to be right next to the stadium. But probably the most impressive part, and probably the most useful, aside from the stadium, will be the massive district that they're going to have at Miami Freedom Park. It's going to be 131 acres consisting of hotels, several of them, amounting to over 750 hotel rooms, It's going to be over 500,000 square feet of retail space, which is, by the way, now leasing. They're going to have public plazas, shops, restaurants, and even more office spaces. So this is what I would consider the entertainment district. So even if you're not going to the Inter Miami game at the stadium, there's going to be a lot to do outside of the stadium for fans that just want to hang around. Maybe during the World Cup next year, since they're not hosting it at Inter Miami Stadium, it's going to be at the Hard Rock Stadium. There's probably going to be a lot of fan events at Inter Miami Stadium, as well as Miami Freedom Park all around. Okay, we are directly south of Miami Freedom Park. It is very fenced off over here. We've got barbed wire lining the top of the fences here. Busy roadways, so excuse the noise. So this is where the public park will be. You can see the hotel I was standing on way at the end over there, as well as where the stadium is gonna go. A lot of the public park space will be on the southern end towards the middle. And that is what we're seeing. Looking at the render, this will also be one of the roads that will cut into the development. I thought it was just put here for the trucks to go in and out of, but I'm looking at the renders and it is actually to the left of that massive patch of grass you're seeing up on your screen right now. So that will be completed at some point, and then they'll have the road going right through Miami Freedom Park. So since we are along this road, directly ahead of this road should be where all of the shops and restaurants and that entertainment district. See a lot of dump trucks moving right now. So straight ahead is where all of the fun stuff will be, and then obviously you can see where the cranes are is where the stadium is being constructed right now. I'm gonna try to pop my camera through this gap in the fencing to show you guys another angle. We're on the eastern side of Miami Freedom Park. Not much to look at right now, but of course, this is the first update video for Miami Freedom Park. So keep note on what you're seeing today, because later this year, I'm gonna do another update video. Miami Freedom Park is definitely going to add a lot to the Miami area. We're just outside of the airport, which is why I couldn't fly the drone. So a lot of international folks, or even from across the country, may come down to see an Inter Miami game or a major event and have their hotel stay right on Miami Freedom Park. Literally, the airport is not that far away. You take the people mover to the rental car center. There's a lot of parking options there, a lot of train options there, and it's just literally across the street, Miami Freedom Park. So it's gonna be at a very central location for folks coming in from out of town to watch a game or a concert or a special event. So that's gonna do it for this video. Signing off from just outside of Miami Freedom Park. I showed you guys the stadium, showed you where the hotels are gonna be as best as I could because it is very fenced off. Showed you where the public park will be. Gave you guys some elevated views, which I think are very unique because I had to get into a hotel and go upstairs. Let me see what this is. A lot of heavy machinery moving around this morning. But anyway, that is Miami Freedom Park in its current state, January 2025. I will probably put out another update video sometime in the fall season. So that's it from outside of Miami Freedom Park. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button. You'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Leave a comment on what you think about Miami Freedom Park, especially if you are a local here or if you're a fan of Inter Miami. Because right now they play at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, not Miami. It is about 45 minutes north of here. So it's very fitting that they get their own stadium here in the city of Miami. I'm excited for that. I don't even watch soccer, but I am excited for the development as a whole because it's going to have a lot of entertainment, dining, shopping options for regular folks like myself, as well as fans alike. So with that said, I'll catch you in the next video.